Scott, we've been talking about this one for a while, and you can make sure you can check out the rest of our stuff over at ITGTV.com, but it's Ubisoft response to criticism of Star Wars Outlaws Season Pass exclusive missions. Then
They've
don't do
heard
this.
the outcry.
Right? This is, yeah. Chris Scullion over at VGC. As well as 2 additional narrative expansions coming after launch. The game's Season Pass will include a Day 1 exclusive mission with Jabba, called Jabba's Gambit. Season Passes are nothing new and are often used to pre-sell extra content that isn't ready and will be released in the future. However, criticism was directed at Ubisoft for choosing to add this mission, Jabba's mission, in the Season Pass, with some saying that because it's clearly ready and available on release date, it should have been included in part of the main game. Ubisoft has now responded, confirming that the mission is locked behind the Season Pass, but also pointing out that it isn't the only mission in the game that will feature Jabba the Hutt. Quote, to clarify, Jabba the Hutt and the Hutt Cartel are one of the main syndicates in the Star Wars Outlaws and will be part of the experience for everyone who purchases the game, regardless of edition, end quote, a Ubisoft spokesperson said in a statement to IGN. Quote, the Jabba's Gambit mission is an optional, additional mission with Jabba the Cartel along Kay and Nyx's journey across the Outer Rim. This mission will be available to those who purchase the Season Pass or an edition of the game which includes the Season Pass. End quote. Star Wars Outlaws will be released on August 30th and available for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Then we get into some of the comments that became after that, Scott. User CJM36 wrote, I don't understand the massive backlash. Season passes have been a thing for a long time. If you know you want the DLC, they'll frequently get you a small discount by buying them up front. Unclear if that's the case here. I very rarely buy. Bomberman136 then replied with, if it's ready on day 1 with the game's launch, it is part of the core experience. It's just being purposely ripped out to sell you additional money. For additional money. You're probably right though, actually won't be missing much if you don't get it. It's more about the principle than anything else, right? That's what it comes down to. But here's the other side, Scott. It's made even worse by the fact that it's not just $5 or $10, it's $40 additional. That's the biggest thing on a day 1. So it's just the base game, $70. You want to get the Season Pass for the next level up, it's $110. If you want the Ultimate Edition, you're now $130. Where does it end?
That's pretty steep. 130 is a little steep for me for any game, but it is Star Wars. So is this just a matter of they know they can justify that? They know they can ask that ticket price because it's the name of the brand. That does make a lot of sense. But it appears that you will be able to get this if you do get the Season Pass beyond day 1. So you don't have to pre-order necessarily to kind of get that bonus.
Yeah.
So I'm not missing anything, at least, if I don't choose to get it at this moment.
It's just the fact that they chose that that mission is ready to go, but you can only get it behind a paywall. Why not just include it in the game, right? And this is coming from one of the biggest companies around. This is Ubisoft. Again, it's business, right? It is business because some people will go, yo, I'm getting this. I'll get the extra $40 seasonal pass, and then I can play this mission and have a good time. Or if the game sucks, have a bad time. It just really depends. I don't think it's going to suck, but we haven't played it yet either. We'll give you our full review when we get there. But it's one of those things, Scott. It just feels dirty because it's already set, ready to go. It is a different move if it's, hey, at launch, we'll have a seasonal pass that will get you cosmetics, this, and this. And then at the end of the season, it unlocks a story mode that we're wrapping up on, or a story mode that we're just putting the final touches on. Something along in that phrasing to say, hey, we're not done. This mission isn't finished yet. It is still coming. It is still in production. But because it's actually done, they're like, why didn't you just include it in the game then?
This reminds me of a situation probably 2 decades ago when this kind of thing happened. But I believe it was unlockable characters. The unlockable characters are on the disc. Why can't I use them? Well, and that was the discovery of the DLC is actually just a code, just a key that gives it the unlock. It's already on the disc, and that was really offensive at the time.
Yeah.
It seems like fast forward 20 years, it has been a long, long time. But here we are. The situation just has grown.
It just, we haven't learned anything from the past, right? Our past mistakes are still here when it comes to game development. It just doesn't feel right at the end of the day, I think, right? For a lot of people. And some people, like, it doesn't bother me at all. So at the end of the day, dude, just speak with your wallet. That'll tell them right there, right? Just don't buy it if you don't want it. And it's an option, but it just seems so weird that if it's already done, why not just include it in the game? I don't know. And then their little...
It seems cheap.
It does seem cheap, right? And then their little spokesperson statement is just PR speak at the end of the day, right? They're not really saying anything that we didn't already know. But it's like, you're not defending it. That's the thing is, like, Ubisoft didn't defend themselves. They just said, hey, if you don't want it, then you can just buy it over here instead. Or you can get other missions. Like, you're not really defending yourself too well here, at least in my eyes. And I thought... It just, at the end of the day, let us know as well. Hit us up over on Twitter, the official ITG. It's just one of those things, man. Are you getting the pass or are you not going to get the pass? Does it matter to you? Do you even care? I don't know. For me, it just seems like a dirty move.